we call it listening both ways because there's two energy profiles that are working inside of us individually. There's two energy profiles that our colleagues have and that our clients have. One is that personal resonating energy of who you really are, your authentic level. The second is who you are, who you show up as under stress. I have an energetic profile that I put up, and this profile is the result of about 120 question assessment put out by the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching, where I got my accreditation 6 years ago. And this individual, male, 32 years old, managing director responsibilities, so he has hiring responsibilities, he has resource allocation responsibility, trading, sales, and some operations, although he's not the guy in operations. And you'll see through this profile, and I'll show you the description on the next level. So the one is his natural resonating level. That's how he is. And as you know, you answer an assessment, you answer a question, a lot of the answers come into, yeah, I kind of wish I was like that. Yeah, I'm like that. But what is telling is that second energy distribution of how this person is under stress. And I've given this to about over 90 individuals from C-level to high potentials. And high potentials are regardless of age. We could be between successes and be a high potential in the next version. And I work with those individuals as well. So level 7 being the highest, that's a non-judgmental type of thing. To the lowest level being very debilitating type, catabolic type thing. Level 7 through 4, very anabolic, very growth oriented. And those are some of the phrases that you can read. I won't read them with you, but you go ahead and look at those. From a very high resonating level, 7, saying things like, we can work this out where everybody wins. That type of management. I've never heard it existing. I have heard a rumor that it does exist at some places. But in the financial business, you get a lot of the lower level type of energy responses. The lowest being, I as a manager, I'm victimized here by my board, by the people in New York or London who don't get how we do things in Chicago. I'm victimized, and I'm going to pass it around. That being the lowest. A couple of notches above there is, I'm going to win and you're going to lose. And whether that is specifically said, you can tell that type of management when you walk into the environment. My coaching comes into the recognition of that, and there's nothing wrong with this. What's wrong or what we ask for improvement is, let's get out of it. Let's accept it, let's diffuse it, shift it, change it to the better. There is nothing anybody can do about that survival instinct. It's natural, it's necessary, and vital to your success in the business. How fast can we get out of it? Because the catabolic state, the lower levels of that type of phraseology, that type of thinking for yourself, because there's two ways to listen to yourself. How am I doing with this? What am I going to do with this? What's important next? And I know it's urgent, but is it important? Let's set the scenario. You're head of the FCM and you've got a request for a proposal from a client, a greatly desired client, and it's due in 10 days. And you pull your team together and say, okay, global clearing, global margining, global net margining, we need to involve treasury, risk, compliance, legal. It's due in 10 days. We also need executions, e-platforms. We need execution voice as well. So the 6 of us, however many are on your team, we need to pull this together. It's due in 10 days. By the way, let's make it 9 days. So we can go over it and go over it and go over it. Okay. Next morning, you get a call from the client. Hey, sorry. Can you bring it over in 5 days? We got your major competitor just brought us a great deal. We want to sign off on it. It hits everything we want. bring it over in 5 days. This is not good. Pull everybody together. And that presentation can be very, very catabolic. It can be very focused on, all right, everybody's in here, sit down, be quiet, I got something to say. Our 9 days is now 4. We're pulling this together. I don't want any questions. Don't give me any more comment. We're pulling this all together. I know they hate us. I know you think they hate us. I know you think this is all sabotage for us, but we're going to deliver this. I want to get out of real quickly how we got into this situation. Whether something is true or something is not true. What's next? And deservedly, some of the team and some of me is going to have some response to who are they doing this to? Who doesn't like us? They're setting us up to fail. I've got to accept it. I've got to diffuse it. I've got to shift it. I've got to get Treasury on the phone faster than I thought we could. Credit, risk, everybody on the phone because our due date is moved up. So in the coaching side, it's what's measurable. What am I getting mad about? Is it measurable? What's next? Is it as urgent as it is important? Because that doesn't match up. I want to hit important first. And you will do that too. What's important first? Does it meet our ultimate mission to add some very, very high quality clients on our client list? Is that stress reaction? Has that become a habit? Have I walked in every morning? I had this happen to me. Come in the morning, wonderful colleague, just a great person, says, Billy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. Really? Tell your face. You're not presenting all that great. I don't want to create that environment of defense and crisis all the time. Crisis management is not preparation. It's debilitating. And we're not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but what we are is what's important. Our colleagues are important. You're hired because you're bright, because I want your creativity, because I want your what if. And I hope you realize that when that client says you don't have 9 days, you don't have 10 days, you have 4, I'm not telling everybody to sit down and be quiet because I want to be that way. It's more effective when everybody looks around and says, you know what, he's not normally like this, or this isn't the way we live normally. This has got to be huge. Because if it is how you live normally, those creative people you hired, those very intuitive, wonderful young people, and old people that you hired will walk. So my objective today was to introduce that awareness of listening both ways is not only to yourself, but to your colleagues and to your clients. And I thank you for your time. Thank you.